Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 4. It's January 31st, last day of the month, obviously, and we're heading into February. So, for week 1 in February, what's a better way to get started than having a test? So, please keep that in mind that our exam 1 is scheduled this week, chapters 1 to 4. It's available all week long, and I try to get the key points listed under our weekly module where you'll find the test for this week. And one of the key things is just simply to keep in mind it's a non-proctored exam, and therefore it is very specifically set up. You have one attempt. So be very careful about attempting to open the test prior to being ready to take the test. You get one chance, and that is it. And you know how Connect works. You go into Connect, you click on that item, and away you go. And if you make a mistake and go, oh, I wish I hadn't have done that, it's just simply too late. So be careful about that, and please read the information about the test administration that is listed again in this week 4 folder that you have with everything else. So anyway, that's the big thing. I'm excited about it. It's set up, again, as you know, 50 questions, 1 point apiece, 50 points for the exam. And it's about an equal weighting of questions for each of the 4 chapters, not exactly, but pretty much. So that it's not as if one chapter perhaps is more important than another chapter, each equally important in terms of your score. So, with the test, of course, we'll have an opportunity to see how well you've done and how much studying you've been able to do. And again, as I said, it's non-proctored. The time limit is set, so you probably can do it fairly easily, just as it would be a proctored test. At the same time, if you get into those situations where you feel like you'd like to use some of your material to help you to answer a question, hopefully you will have time to do that. But once the time is up, the time is up. So let's move ahead. This week we move into chapter 5. Chapter 5 is our consumer behavior chapter. If you were in a marketing major or marketing minor situation, you would find that many of the topics that we cover for 1 week in one chapter, you'll have an entire course on in the marketing curriculum. So we have everyone in their curriculum would have a consumer behavior course. And this is that course that really incorporates a lot that we've learned from psychology and behavioral economics about why people do the things they do in their shopping. So it's kind of let's try to understand the consumer, people like you and I, who are the ones who buy products for the purposes of using them ourselves in our daily lives. We'll have another chapter, chapter 6, that deals with consumer behavior, but it's in the B2B market, the business to business market. So it's about how there are certainly are differences in the needs and wants and the ways that people make buying decisions. Chapter 5, it's going to be like you and I going to the mall to buy Christmas presents or something of that nature. So it's an interesting chapter. There's a lot to learn about it. And again, much of it is understanding us as humans, understanding our psychology and the way we do things. Also, this week, of course, you have your practice quiz just like you do every week. You have your discussion question for the week as well. And I believe we're making our second blog entry. What I have said to people, I've had a few people ask about, do we do a blog entry every week? And the answer is, if you want to, you can. It's not exactly that in terms of the minimum requirement that you'll see as you look through our weekly schedule. But we do. Sorry, I almost convinced myself that we weren't doing a blog entry this week, but we do blog entries very, very commonly. And please, in terms of some of these kinds of things, with assignments, you certainly can do more if you want to. If you feel that this is something that's of interest to you and you would like to express more, talk about it more, please do. Please share like that. That there's no reason unless you're just not interested in doing any additional blogging, which isn't necessary, but you certainly can if you would like. So. I noticed that I added a chapter 5 video in your weekly module this week. The video is in essence kind of a relatively shorter term, 25-minute kind of explanation lecture over chapter 5 that my colleague, Dr. Russ Wallers, did. Dr. Wallers has done a lot with online Marketing 300 courses over time, and he actually has some videos dealing with concepts in some of the chapters. I thought I would put this one up for you to see what you think about it, if it provides some help to you. If you're an auditory or even visual learner, he's talking about the concepts and has PowerPoint slides to help illustrate some of those kinds of things. So I would appreciate it if you would take a look at it, and I'll ask for some feedback later on, and I'll have to see what chapters we actually have videos for. And then if it seems to be something that's helpful to enough of you, then I'll be happy to put those up. So here we are, week 4, chapter 5, first test. And in addition to that, you have a blog entry to make. In terms of some feedback, I did grade and post the scores for week 2's discussion. And again, those were very good. You're doing a really nice job with your discussions. I haven't read your blogs yet. I'm going to have to do that this week, but I'm encouraged. I think you'll do a fine job. You seem to be very responsive, and you seem to do a nice job of expressing your ideas and thoughts. Second item of feedback deals with our team ethics discussions, and this is always an issue. I've used online team discussions even in my on-campus classes. And I know the issues that you have when you're kind of arbitrarily divided up into teams with some other people that you likely don't know, and you're asked to discuss your ideas, and there's a schedule by which when you're supposed to have items posted and so on. And that can be a challenge. I took a quick look at your group discussions today and noticed that most of the groups did an excellent job, got right in there, everyone participated and so on. There were a few groups, and this always happens, where some team members just did not meet their deadlines for their post. You know how it is with an online class. Some people really don't look much at what's going on this week and so on until the end of the week, because they know that's typically when things are due. So I would just encourage you just to keep that in mind. We're going to do this. We're going to have 3 more of these discussions, and I'm excited to read what you've done, because like I said, most of the groups I could tell were involved with it and certainly were posting and replying to one another and that type of thing like that. In this course, the consideration of ethics and social responsibility in marketing to me is extremely important. And this is why I give it the attention of having us do these 4 team ethics discussions. So we'll have another one of those. I think maybe it might be week 6, but regardless, we still have 3 more of those. So I want to wish you the best this week. Wish you the best with your test, and hope that things are coming along well. And as I always say, if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. You can post something to ask the professor, and you certainly can send individual emails to me as well. So again, best of luck this week, week 4.